Think about it. An 18-year-old can vote, be an organ donor, sign a legally binding contract saying they're going to rent an apartment, buy a car, apply for credit, and enlist in the military. The one thing they're not permitted to do is drink alcohol. They have to be 21. Fun fact number 1. The minimum drinking age is 21, and it's ineffective. Almost 20% of teens have consumed alcohol at least once during high school. Fun fact number 2. Thanks to a loophole in the law, 29 states, including Washington, allows underage drinking, provided it's done on property and you have mom and dad's consent. The minimum drinking age was changed to 21 in 1984. Its roots can be traced all the way back to Prohibition, and the drinking age was originally lowered to 18 to coincide with the 26th Amendment that changed the voting age to 18 so that the men who were being drafted were given a chance to vote and drink before going off to war. Numerous studies arose about car fatalities and underage drinking, and that it was all being caused by the drinking age being 18. Senator Lautenberg and Mothers Against Drunk Driving put together a bill that forced all 50 states to raise their minimum legal drinking age to 21 or lose 10% of their federal highway funds. Many people are against drinking laws being lowered. They're concerned that teenagers' brain development is going to be impaired. It's also said that drinking age being 21, it saves lives, because teens aren't getting behind the wheel and doing stupid things, doing the fact that they can't buy or consume alcohol. Really? Lastly, the biggest argument being thrown into the ring is that the earlier the person drinks, it's more likely they're going to become an alcoholic. Those that are for lowering the drinking age, however, argue that people who consume mass quantities of alcohol can suffer from brain impairment, weight gain, hangovers, and mood swings. Drinking should be considered enjoyable. It shouldn't be labeled as a taboo. We're old enough, we're responsible enough, let us drink. Aaron Thomas, an 18-year-old from Port Orchard, explained the taboo label best. He said, if you're brought up around it and your parents are willing to let you have a taste, and they let you see them falling down drunk and the day after effects of a hangover, it kind of takes away the novelty of some of the drinking. You know, why do I want to do it if I'm going to end up laying on the couch all day and not be able to go out and have fun? One of the biggest factors, other than the slight boost in the economy by having more people buying booze, is that when the kids turn 18, they're able to get married, they're able to join the military. Either way, they're old enough to vote and die for their country. It should be permissible to let these kids have a beer and be treated like an adult. Just being 18 doesn't determine whether one is responsible or irresponsible to drink. 21-year-olds are considered very irresponsible when it comes to drinking, especially now that they've got that card that lets them get into the bar and lets them buy alcohol, and they have the woo, let's go get drunk and do something stupid factor going for them. It doesn't work. They're getting into accidents. They're getting DWIs. By allowing 18 to 20-year-olds drink it, it's going to curb that taboo factor and cut down on some of these unsafe acts. The state of Washington does permit drinking for kids. I said that, yes. It does allow for drinking, but there's a little bit of a guideline. First off, medical purposes. Although I don't know how drinking is medicinal, Washington says, hey, you can do it, so therefore it's okay to do. They also say it's okay to drink the real sacramental wine. Most churches use grape juice nowadays, but if they do have the wine, you're allowed to taste it. One of the things it does say in the Great Law Book of Washington is that if two minors are out in public and they've been drinking illegally and something happens, they are able to call 911, and the kid who isn't falling down drunk and having a seizure or whatever, doing something stupid, the kid that had to tell on them to make sure their life was saved, isn't going to be charged with a minor in possession. So my favorite, and I'm sure all you teens out there can agree with me, Washington is one of those 29 states that says minors are allowed to drink on their parents' property, with parental consent, of course. But once they step off that property, they will be considered drunk in public and will be given a minor in possession and possibly a fine. That's a lot of money, by the way. In summary, education is the key to drinking in moderation. 72% of high school seniors have already tried alcohol. I was one of them. Normalizing consumption will make drinking more of an act of maturity versus one of rebellion. And besides, what's better, letting the kid go to Mexico and Canada to drink and make an international scene once they're falling down drunk and raising hell? Or is it better knowing that your kid is right down the street at the local bar and he can call you for a ride home? I think I'd rather have him call me, or her, just being down the street. Thank you.